Hey everyone, it's Air Force Proud 95. Right now I'm on the VATSIM network in this American Airlines Boeing 757-200. I'm currently at the Miami International Airport and going to be departing here shortly for a flight down to Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Miami is fully staffed at the moment. We have an event going on, so there's going to be a lot of ATC communications on departure. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy the video. Alright, so right now we are on the ground at Miami International Airport. We are at gate Delta 25. We're going to go ahead and get started with our the pre-start checklist. This is the Just Flight 757-200 freemium version. I'm going to be using an abbreviated checklist that pretty much goes through only the things that are necessary for flying in the sim. We'll go ahead and get started. Go to our overhead panel, turn our battery on, standby power to auto, and we'll start our APU, and the APU generator starts automatic. We verified parking brake is set, throttle's idle, flaps are up, spoilers are down, and gear is down. We'll turn on our hydraulic switches, left and right yaw dampers, and select all three of our IRU selectors to navigation mode. We'll go ahead and turn on our panel lights and verify that our left and right generator conch switches are on. We'll turn on our left and right utility bus switches as well as the bus tie switches, and then we'll go ahead and turn on our navigation lights and our fuel pumps. We'll arm our emergency lights. Next we'll go ahead and verify that our engine starters are set to auto and the upper starter is set to engine number 2. Logo lights are required right now, so we'll go ahead and turn those on, as well as our seat belts and no smoking signs. We'll turn on all 4 of the window heat switches and turn on our APU bleed switch. Left and right pack selectors will be set to auto, and we'll set our 3 cabin temperature control switches to automatic. Alright, so that completes the first stage of our pre-start check. We'll go ahead and check our FMC real quick. We've already filed our flight plan, so all the information's in the system. We're just going to verify a few things before we get started. Our departure speeds, V1 is going to be 144 knots. Rotation speed, VR, is going to be 147, and V2 is 151. So our climb out speed will be V2 plus 10 at 161. Continuing on now, we're going to set our EHSI panel to the extended map mode for departure, and we'll put in a 20 nautical mile range. Okay, there we go. Next, right now we're just about to pick up our ATC clearance, and then we're going to begin our pushback shortly after. So we'll go ahead and detach the jetway right now, and we'll close the boarding doors here in just a minute. And until then, we'll go ahead and set a few things in the autopilot. We'll set our climb out speed at 161 for initial departure, and we haven't picked up ATC yet, so once we do, we'll put in an initial heading, and then we'll set our altitude to 5,000, and that'll be verified once we receive our ATC clearance. And vertical speed we'll set to about 2,000, and we'll activate autopilot once we're at our reduced thrust altitude, which will be about 1,500 feet. Right now we'll go and pick up ATIS, which is on 119.15.
2012. Value 0. Sky conditions to 2,300. Temperature 262.22. Altimeter 3012. Landing and departing runway 10 left. Read back all hold short instructions. Advise you have information alpha on board on initial contact.
Alright, so there's our ATIS information alpha. As you just heard, this is the ATIS at Fort Lauderdale right now. They're sharing the same frequency, so all the information applies except for the runway assignment. So we'll get that from ATC on initial contact. We're just about ready to contact Miami ground for our departure clearance, so we'll set that in, and Miami ground frequency is going to be 121.8.
American 2404.
Actually, American 2404.
Miami ground, good evening, American 201. Ready to copy I for clearance to Port-au-Prince. We have information alpha.
American 201, stand by your number 2. November, Miami altimeter.
Alright, so we're number 2 for clearance. So as we're waiting, we'll go ahead and check our annunciator lights. Annunciator lights are good, and we'll turn on our red anti-collision lights as we get ready for pushback here shortly.
Charlie Golf, sorry, can you repeat that?
Actually, Charlie Golf. You're cleared in the Miami class Bravo airspace. American 201, you are cleared to the Port International Airport via the Skips 1 departure and is filed. Maintain 5,000, expect file of 37010 on the type of departure. Departure frequency 120.5, squawk 1324.
Alright, American 201 is cleared to Port-au-Prince via Skips 1 departure, then as filed. After departure up to 5,000, we'll expect flight level 37010 minutes after. Departure 120.5, squawking 1324.
American 201, read back direct push and start your discretion. Expect runway 12 for departure, advisory is active.
Clear for push and start, we'll expect runway 12 for departure, and we'll give a call. American 201, thanks. Alright, so we just received our clearance to Port-au-Prince. We'll go ahead and plug in a few things in the autopilot before we begin here. We already have 5,000 feet set. We'll set our heading to 120 because we're going to be departing runway 12, so we'll have that set initially. Vertical speed is still set to 2,000, and our climb out speed at 161 knots is set.
List 5 heavy, can you accept the radar vectors for pedestal in our file?
We'll put in our assigned squawk of 1324.
Swiss 65 heavy, copy that. We'll expect the radar vectors to pedal balance filed
and we'll verify one more time real quick before we begin our pushback. We have received ATC clearance, autopilot is set, radios are set, squawking assigned 1324, and we have all altimeter set to 3012. We are ready for pushback, so we're going to push straight back and then taxi out to the right side and head down to runway 12, and we'll give a call for taxi. And we will begin engine start during pushback.
Take 5, squawk 1326.
Copy that. Swiss 65 heavy. Expect flight level 0 meters after departure.
Alright, so as we're pushing back, we'll go ahead and get started with our engine start process. We're going to start engine number 2 first, so we'll set engine number 2 start to ground mode, and then at 20% N2, we're going to turn on our fuel control on the pedestal.
Station within about 5 hours after that.
Alright, engine number 2 is started. We'll repeat the process for engine number 1. So we'll select the starter to engine number 1, and then our left engine starter will be set to ground mode. And we'll wait for N2 again to rise up to about 20%, and then turn on fuel control for engine number 1. Alright, so both engines are started right now. We'll go back to our overhead panel and we'll turn off our APU. We'll turn off APU bleed as well and select left and right engine bleed switches. We'll set auto brake for RTO, rejected takeoff mode. And I'll set our stabilator trim is set at 5 degrees for departure. We're just about to give a call for taxi, so right now we'll turn on our taxi lights and our wing lights, and we'll advise ground that we are ready for taxi. Miami ground, American 201 is ready for taxi, gate Delta 25.
American 201, runway 12, taxi via November, Miami altimeter 3013.
Runway 12, taxi via November, American 201. And as we're taxiing out to runway 12, we'll go ahead and set our flaps for departure. We're going to set them to 15 degrees.
Miami ground, Pacific 1999, requesting tech.
One contact Miami Tower 118. Right.
Miami Tower 118.3, American 201, good night.
Miami.
Alright, so we're with Miami Tower right now. We're just about to call up for takeoff clearance. Before we do, we're going to go ahead and turn on our white anti-collision lights, and we'll turn on our landing lights once we receive takeoff clearance. We'll verify that our flight director is activated with heading hold and altitude hold set. And we're just about ready for departure, so we'll go ahead and give a call for takeoff clearance, holding short runway 12. Miami Tower, good evening, American 201, holding short runway 12, ready for takeoff.
American 201, Miami Tower, good evening, sir. Aircraft on short follow. Convey regional jet, continue holding short.
We are holding short runway 12, American 201.
Runway 8. American 201, RNAV to Sabra, wind 100 at 09, runway 12, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 12, direct to Sabra, American 201.
United 1044, take your first available right taxi to the terminal via November.
Take the first right taxi to the terminal via November, United 1044. Miami Tower, hello, Swift 65 Heavy, Rick.
So 65 Heavy, Miami Tower, squawk, mode, Charlie. Runway 8 right, taxi via Papa, altimeter 3014.
Okay, increasing throttle to about 60% and 1.
65 Heavy, copy that will squawk mode, Charlie, altimeter 3014.
And to stabilize, increasing about 85%.
Yeah,
80 knots. 100 knots. And V1. Rotate. Pitching up to about 12 degrees. And gears coming up. And at 160 knots, we'll retract our first notch of flaps. We're maintaining about 150 right now. Continuing that climb through 700 feet. Passing 1,000 now, we'll turn on course. We're on the Skips 1 departure, direct Sabra. And coming up on 1,500 feet shortly, maintaining about 12 to 13 degrees pitch. And we'll go ahead and turn on our autopilot this time. And pull back on the throttle a little bit and reduce pitch. .160 knots, we'll reduce our first notch of flaps and continue to speed up to 200.
Back correct, push and start at power suspension advised.
Alright, as we're continuing our climb out, we'll turn off our runway turn-off lights and our wing lights. And verify speed brakes are disarmed and auto brakes are off.
American 201, contact Miami departure 120.50.
Over to departure 120.50, American 201, solo. Miami departure, good evening, American 201 is with you. We are on the Skips 1 departure at 5,000.
American 201, Miami departure, radar contact, climb to maintain 16,000.
Climb maintain 16,000, American 201.
Sphere 1 contact, Miami Center 126.32, good night.
Miami Center 126.32, American 201, good night. Miami Center, good evening, American 201 is with you, passing 9,000, Skips 1 departure.
American 201, Miami Center, good evening. Climb and maintain flight level 370.
Climb maintain flight level 370, American 201. Alright guys, that just about does it for this video. We're continuing to climb up to flight level 370 on our way down to Haiti. This is the Just Flight Boeing 757-200 freemium version. Again, hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you next time.